Toto as you've never really heard them before? Hey, it's Michael Douglas. Welcome to Dr. Pundits, where we talk about music, not medicine. And on this episode, I'm going to be debuting another feature, a feature called The Big Five. And so the Big Five is basically where I take five of something and give my thoughts on why I think they are the best of something. Okay. And so there may be a theme, but there may not be. The only theme being is that they're bound by being the best on their own, but also part of something else, if that doesn't sound confusing enough. But maybe it'll make more sense after this initial presentation of the Big Five. And I'll be talking about Toto. Of course, everybody knows Toto as this soft rock, genre-bending, perhaps band from jazz, pop, R&B, yacht rock. Well, they also had some hard rocking cuts, and I'll be talking about five of those, including one track from their 1982 award-winning, Grammy-winning, most popular album of all time, Toto 4. So let's get into it. Five hard-rocking, deep tracks from everybody's favorite yacht rock band, Toto. Toto began life in an unusual way. In 1977, LA-based session musicians, keyboardist, singer David Paich, and drummer Jeff Porcaro assembled three other sessions players: guitarist, singer Steve Lukather, bassist David Hungate, and keyboardist, singer Steve Porcaro, along with lead singer Bobby Kimball, to form the genre-spanning group. Paich contributed several songs and even played on Boz Scaggs' quintuple platinum Silk Degrees album from 1976, on which Jeff Hungate and Porcaro also contributed. The classic Toto lineup found an immediate chemistry, and on their first four albums explored a wide range of musical styles, from sophisticated soft rock to soulful pop rock. They scored 4 top 10 hits, including the number 2 hit Rosanna, the number 1 hit Africa, which has sold almost 9 million copies. And after Kimball's departure in 1984, the band went through a succession of singers and other players until his return in 1998 for another decade. Joseph Williams currently fronts the band, with Lukather and Paich remaining as 2 of the original members. Sadly, Jeff Porcaro passed away in 1992, as did his brother Mike, who replaced David Hungate after Toto 4 in 2015. Although known for exploring changing trends in their own musical whims, Toto didn't develop a reputation as a hard rock band, but they have superior chops. And once in a while, when something heavier slips through, they tackle it with ease. Now, following are choice cuts that I think show how adept this group was on tackling some of the harder stuff. Now, the first is from the 1979 album, their debut, Hydra, White Sister. And while Toto had the chops to play songs of varying complexity, this one is a more straightforward hard rock anthem, driven equally by guitar and piano. Kimball serves up angsty vocals as he tells a relatable story of a man enamored with a hot mess of a lover whom he knows isn't the right fit. And to top it off, Lukather unleashes a couple of epic wailing solos, and Porcaro pounds the percussion to the very end. English Eyes is the next track from Turn Back from 1981. The tale of a woman who beguiled a man on a trip overseas who now seems to live within his romantic memories. English Eyes is a slightly less hard-rocking tune than some of the other songs on this list, but it all comes down to the attitude that Lukather brings to his final solo and the chord sequence he works over throughout the song. It's fantastic. Kimball's vocals energy elevates the mood and could have served as a springboard for another tune altogether. It's a great song. Now here's the one from their classic Toto 4 album, Lovers in the Night, from 1982. This is one of a number of Toto songs with rich symphonic overtones, and it's the most lively track on Toto 4, which of course is known for Africa and Rosanna. And the heaviness of this song comes from its combination of glorious vocal harmonies, its robust guitar riffs, and Lukather's incredible soloing. Paich sings lead on this one as well, with Kimball enriching the vocals also. From the 1984 album, Isolation is Carmen. Now, Kimball was fired from the band, and they had won actually 3 Grammy Awards for Toto 4. Singer Fergie Friedrichsen did join them for one album tour cycle. And what an album Isolation is. And it walked the line between power pop and hard rock, and it showed that the group could keep pace with the changing times in the mid-'80s, a more percussion-driven type period by that time. This catchy opening tune to the album about an unexpectedly departed lover showcases Friedrichsen's powerful pipes alongside nice keyboard flourishes and guitar squeals. Angel, Don't Cry from the 1984 album Isolation as well. Now, this is the only song in this list that has a video. Evidently, the song was released as a single in Australia, not in this country. It's a very propulsive track from start to finish with a soaring Friedrichsen hitting some of the high notes. Then there's this invigorating keyboard and some guitar solos tearing right through the middle of the track. Isolation was very much plugged into the time when it came out, and while it didn't sound like classic Toto, it remains a vastly underrated rock gem from the mid-'80s. The song left a huge impact on Friedrichsen, who released a heavier rendition in September 2013, just before he passed away from cancer. Isolation is a very good album. I think it's on par with Toto 4, and if you haven't heard it, you should check it out. It's the classic mid-'80s Toto period, and Friedrichsen really does a good job on that album. So there you have it. Those 5 tracks that first let us define ourselves, who we are era of the band Toto before, like it or not, they became relegated to the dust heap of yacht rock bands of times past in musical history. Hopefully this will give you something to kind of chew on and listen to and stream to discover or rediscover this band in a whole new light. Toto, the Big 5 from their first 5 albums. I'm Michael Douglas, and if you like what you see here, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. And as the late great Barry White always used to say, let the music play, and I'll see you on the next video.